The right question is, how was Africa kept poor while being so rich? Here's your answer. Colonialism didn't end, it changed shape. You used to come and occupy our lands. Now you come and establish companies. You used to take by force. Now you make agreements. You used to rule with the whip. Now you rule with credit. Let me give you concrete examples. With numbers, names, dates, but you'll never write about these.
In recent years, Africa has witnessed the rise of a new generation of leaders. And among them, one man has captured the attention of the entire world, Ibrahim Traoré. At just 35 years old, he became the youngest head of state in Africa, and today many call him the new Thomas Sankara. But who really is Ibrahim Traoré? And why is he seen as a revolutionary figure for Africa's future? Let's find out. Early life and military career. Ibrahim Traoré was born in the town of Bondakwi, western Burkina Faso. He studied geology at the University of Ouagadougou before joining the army in 2010. He trained at the prestigious Georges Namono Military School, and by 2020, he had risen to the rank of captain. Traoré also served in the United Nations peacekeeping mission in Mali and fought on the front lines against insurgents in northern Burkina Faso. This military experience would later shape his leadership style and his political destiny. Rise to power. In September 2022, Traoré and a group of soldiers overthrew interim President Paul-Henri Damiba, who himself had seized power only months earlier. Both coups were driven by one issue: the government's failure to protect citizens from violent insurgencies. At just 34 years old, Traoré became the transitional president of Burkina Faso, a moment that shocked the world and inspired millions of young Africans. Vision and leadership. From day one, Traoré presented himself not as a typical politician, but as a soldier of the people. He openly challenged French influence in his country, accusing France of exploiting African crises for its own interests. In February 2023, Burkina Faso ordered French troops to leave, ending years of military presence. Instead, Traoré turned to new alliances, especially with Russia, for security and economic cooperation. His bold, anti-colonial stance has made him a symbol of African resistance and independence. The Sahel Alliance. Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, three countries ruled by young military leaders, have now formed a strong alliance in the Sahel. They promise that an attack on one will be an attack on all. This unity reflects a shared vision, a free Africa, no longer dependent on former colonial powers. But it also raises questions. Are these leaders motivated by genuine patriotism, or by personal power? Can they truly deliver peace and development where civilian governments have failed? Challenges ahead. Burkina Faso remains one of the most unstable countries in the region. Armed insurgencies, poverty, and political uncertainty are everyday realities. Traoré has promised to hand over power to a democratically elected government, but whether that promise will be fulfilled remains to be seen. Conclusion, outro. Ibrahim Traoré is young, bold, and controversial. For some, he is Africa's new revolutionary hope. For others, he is just another soldier in power. One thing is certain: his leadership marks a turning point.